Hello guys, and welcome to today's airsofting video. So I do have another new airsoft gun review for you today. This is actually part of my unboxing that I did a little bit ago with my RPK that's hanging behind me there. And that was actually the AGM M-500 shotgun. So this one really isn't too major or anything really exciting to cover, but for those of you that maybe have some interest, this will be something that you can watch to at least get some better insight on this particular airsoft gun. So, just kind of a story behind why I purchased this shotgun. It actually came with a free online promo that Evike was offering. Just because I had the RPK in my cart ready to order, they actually said that I had up to about $20 or so eligible, for essentially a free gift with the purchase of the RPK. So I figured why not? I kind of wanted another Springer shotgun, and this thing was literally right at $20. So essentially, I got it for free with my shipment. So you can't go wrong with free things. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some time to just review this thing really quick for you, and we'll go from there. Hope you guys enjoy. So as we get a little closer to take a look at this particular airsoft gun, it looks visually appealing. I'm not even going to lie to you. It does literally look like the actual image on e-bike's website. So you can tell, again, the build quality, it's not bad. It's definitely on the cheaper side of things because, again, this thing ranges in value from, depending on their sales, either from $15 to $20. So you're going to expect, again, a much lower quality for that kind of price. So we'll get into it a little bit closer now, and we'll talk about the exterior components of this airsoft gun. So as we scan left to right, most of this is going to be plastic. I'm just going to flat out say it. I'm going to say probably about 90% of this gun is plastic. If I'm going to point out the parts specifically, pretty much this entire portion is plastic. And if we go to the right a little bit, the actual pump handle is plastic. Of course, there are some metal parts, which you get this vented shaft here. That's some kind of a stamped steel, I would imagine, or some kind of a metal. And then, of course, the actual tube itself that the pump sits on is also metal. The barrel, the front barrel, unfortunately, is plastic as well. The trigger itself is also plastic, aside from just the screws, which of course are going to be metal. But that's about all you're going to get in terms of metal build quality on this thing. Again, I was kind of expecting a little bit more, but I guess $20, I couldn't really complain too much. If we look at the other side, you're not going to notice any type of trademarks at all. The only thing you're going to get here towards the end is just a serial number, essentially. Nothing else out of the ordinary. As we saw the other side, there also was not any type of trademarks or markings on this airsoft gun. So essentially, we covered the exterior portion and the components that it's made out of. Now let's take a look at the magazine itself. So the magazine, as you can see, it is button operated. So pretty much what you do is you press this button, the magazine comes out, and essentially here's what you're looking at. It's kind of like it kind of snakes from end to end literally here, but I would say BBs probably stop right around here towards the end. This holds right around maybe 20 or so BBs. This does come with one of those pump speed loaders, which is definitely convenient for this because this is that type of shotgun where a speed loader is definitely beneficial. Once you have it filled up, you'd go ahead and put that back in there, and then it basically clicks into place. The magazine, of course, is plastic. Same with the magazine release. It is also made of plastic for this gun. Now, if we look down a little bit towards the trigger, now the trigger itself, as I mentioned, is plastic. Now, for the safety, it's going to be this little switch right here. Yep, there we go. So now it's in the safe position. If we flip it back, now it's in the fire position. So if you look towards the top here, my guess is that this is some kind of a safety switch, but again, it is non-functional on this particular airsoft gun. It's there mainly for show, and there you kind of also see a glimpse of that serial number I was talking about. Now this part may be a bit grainy, I apologize, just due to the lighting in here. On the other side, you do have a hop-up lever here, essentially. This is definitely super convenient because it's literally just with the movement of your thumb left or right, you can adjust your hop-up. Of course, it is pretty standard when it comes to an airsoft gun like this, so you do have the normal position, which is where I'm currently at, and then you have the hop position, so that's already going to hop the BB, and it's going to, again, kind of give it a little bit more of a curve. But, again, that's as simple as it gets. I don't know how sensitive it is if you put it in between the two positions, but, again, it's probably not very noticeable. Now, being it's a shotgun, of course, there aren't going to be much sights, especially being an airsoft shotgun. So, sights are, of course, non-existent, so something to keep in mind. Now, if we're talking about the velocity of this M-500 shotgun, the way that e-bike had it advertised was it was about 350 feet per second with a .12 gram BB. I would say if it was with a .20, it may drop maybe as less as 280, I would say. When I do my shooting review of this, I will get a chance to chrono both the .12 gram BB and the .20 gram BB just to get an accurate readout of both. I would say the trajectory of this would probably be best with a .2 gram BB, just to give it that straight shot instead of the .12s kind of curving left and right at random. So that's just something to consider. Power is very moderate. Again, it's just a pump shotgun. It's nothing really too much going on there. So the FPS is pretty standard. I could see the FPS maybe fluctuating after a lot of usage. Once the spring starts wearing down a little bit, you may see some kind of a decrease in FPS with either BB. So to summarize, because again, this video is not really, there's not a lot going on with this to really cover. You kind of get what you pay for when you do get one of these. Again, it's $20. So kind of just highlighting the key points here. It's got a pretty solid FPS. You know, it's got some metal material, but most of it is going to be plastic. It's going to come with an orange tip if you are in the US. It's very comfortable, I would say. I would say that hand grip is definitely comfortable. The pump is very comfortable. The ribbed sides of the pump definitely help with the grip. And it's not really too heavy to pump back, which is definitely convenient. Maybe for younger airsoft players that may have trouble with some of the other shotguns that have a very tough spring. This is definitely super comfortable and would really recommend it for those that are not, you know, maybe like shotguns but are just not too strong, or maybe have some difficulty either wrapping their hands around the pump or pumping it in general, because sometimes when you get a mix of both where you can't really grip the pump itself and have the hard time pumping it back, that may lead to some problems. Like the Spaz 12 is a little tricky. Sometimes my grip slips off of it just because there's not enough ribbing on the actual pump itself. But again, circling back to this definitely did it pretty good. This company, AGM, which produces this M500, they did a pretty good job with the gripping on this. Overall, I can't complain. I really don't I don't have anything negative to say. I got a free gun, basically. So, to me, it's a win-win, and honestly, I don't mind having a little plinker here and there, because, you know, it's fun once in a while, and this thing, I won't really get too upset if something does break, because, again, it's affordable, and I got it for free. So just something to keep in mind. You know, don't expect this thing to be the top gun. You know, I've had a spring shotgun like this in the past. Don't get me wrong, I've had it last 5 years with crazy abuse, but, you know, it really depends how they're manufactured. You may have the best one, or you sometimes could have a lemon situation. But anyway, guys, that's all I had for you today for the AGM M500 shotgun. Please let me know if you do have any questions. If you think I missed something, feel free to let me know. I'll definitely answer your question the best as I can. But again, thank you so much for watching, guys. I will also link the unboxing video to this with my RPK, just so you kind of have an idea of how the actual box looked and the components inside. So, thanks so much for watching, guys. Have an awesome day.